Following the news that the crew system in GPO is being revamped, many players use this as an opportunity to question whether the same would be true for Marine players. And I've read quite a few comments that echo this complaint. Personally, I completely understand where they're coming from. The Marine system in GPO is plagued with awkward and unnecessary mechanics, such as the fact that Marine players can't set their spawn on many key islands. Furthermore, Marine players have limited avatar customization too. The GPO Marine scene is still relatively alive, but that's mainly thanks to the hard work of the official Marine Discord server, which externally provides content for Marine players. However, this server can only do so much. With the promise of ranks in the crew revamp, there has been a significant demand for Marine ranks in Game 2, as other games such as Blox Fruits already have these mechanics, and many have questioned why GPO falls behind in this way. Personally, if we just for a second put our grand suggestions aside to focus on more immediate changes, I don't think Marine players should not be able to set their spawn at certain islands. While this feature does solidify the differences between the two groups, in practice it is largely just an annoying feature which makes it unnecessarily difficult for Marine players to farm at places like Full of Bark. If OU still wants to keep Marine spawn locations separate to pirate spawn locations, then why not just create a second robo for Marines, or alternatively just make it so that pirates can't set their spawn in some places the Marines can, such as Garritos Fort or places like this. That being said, I am largely in favor of just scrapping that weird spawn mechanic altogether. Getting back to the question posed in the title of the video, I think the reason why crews are being revamped and not Marines is twofold. First, the bulk of the player base are pirates, and thus it makes more sense to cater to them specifically first. Secondly, there has been talk of a big Marine update coming sometime this or next year, therefore they may be waiting for that update to implement the revamp of the Marine system. Although that does seem a bit far off, and if it keeps being pushed back, then it might simply become forgotten along with other ideas that have been proposed in the past. As for the Marine revamp itself, apart from what I've already mentioned, it would also be great to see the Marine custom clothing that was sneak peeked implemented. I think this is something that would help incentivize players to choose Marine over being a pirate, and the compulsory Marine uniform could be kept, but perhaps after a certain rank is obtained, they could have the freedom to opt to wear custom Marine clothing as opposed to the default outfit. Of course, this relies on there being a Marine rank system in game, and as I said earlier, this is something that I think GPO needs to implement in game. Blox Fruits already has it, and I think it would provide in-game incentives for Marine players to obtain bounty. This will be complemented nicely by a similar rank system for pirate players. In fact, implementing a Marine rank system would, in theory, be easier, since the ranks for Marines have already been clearly defined in One Piece before. It would also probably still take a considerable amount of time to actually script and implement, so as I highlighted before, it is likely the developers will opt to implement it as part of a larger Marine update. So if you're a Marine player who doesn't feel like switching to pirate, then you best get comfortable because it doesn't look like we'll be getting a Marine revamp anytime soon. I could be wrong though, and there is a lot we don't know about Update 6. In fact, we really don't know anything about Update 6. Similarly with how a lot of new content was surprisingly and spontaneously announced close to the release date of Update 5, it is unlikely we'll know for sure what is coming until much closer to the update itself. In this regard, we probably won't know for sure when the much needed Marine update is coming until very close to its release. In the meantime though, it does help to keep the conversation alive. While the devs don't always 100% listen to all suggestions, you have a much better chance of impacting the direction of the game by talking and getting your ideas out there than just simply staying silent. And with a large number of players still choosing to play as Marine, the demand for a revamp is definitely there. Fortunately, it's not all looking bad. The GPO devs have talked about a potential Marine update in the past, and we know that work has been done on new clothing items for Marines. Therefore, there is definitely the beginnings of a Marine revamp. Perhaps it won't be on the scale of a full Marine update, but at least when it does finally arrive, it'll be something. Perhaps I'm being too pessimistic. I recently got a comment saying that I was being very pessimistic in my videos, and while I'm always optimistic for GPO, and I want it to do well, I do find it helps to be critical and realistic when discussing potential changes that I would like to see personally. That being said, I do want to stress that I do like GPO. As hard as this may be to believe, I actually find GPO fun sometimes, and in my opinion it's definitely the best One Piece Roblox game out there currently, not to mention my favourite One Piece Roblox game on the market as we speak. It's also now free. Hell, the game even surpassed Blox Fruits in player count following free release for a short amount of time. I had a text conversation with Benir recently over Discord where I expressed my real genuine optimism for the game, and I congratulated him on the success of GPO following free release. So my point is, while I may appear pessimistic, I do have the best hopes for GPO and I want to see it do well, and I want to see the players enjoy the game. That being said, this is where I'm going to end the video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, commenting and subscribing to my channel, and as always, I try to make my channel a place where we can all exchange ideas for the game in order to work together to build a better future for GPO. Therefore, I would greatly appreciate it if you would share your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you want to see added in a potential marine system revamp? Would you ever consider playing as a marine? I hope you have a great day, evening, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.